Hi, thank you for watching. Today I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow look to go with this gorgeous top here. Beautiful little puff sleeve brows that I've got from River Island because I want to do a really nice Instagram photo. So I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty palette here in Desert Dusk. It's got some really nice pinky purples and glittery shimmer colours. As you can see, it's been used quite a lot. Bit of a close-up there of the fabric and the colours. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to prime my eye with this eyeshadow primer here. Not sure if you can see there, but it's the NYX eyeshadow primer, Proof It waterproof eyeshadow primer. So it's going to be fun to take off when I finish this look. I'm going to do all over the eyelid, taking it right up to my brow bone. I'm going to do that on both eyes. Got to stop pulling a funny face when I'm concentrating because I didn't realise how bad it was until I saw some of my videos. Anyway, just a little note, there's never any filter on my video camera. I was just using an iPhone. There's a lot of Instagram videos out there where they film it with like a hazy sort of video filter, and I just think it gives a misrepresentation of what the makeup actually looks like. I mean, people spending fortunes on makeup to try and achieve a certain look, which actually when they get the products they think, well, why doesn't that look like that on me? That's because the person's used such a heavy filter that the foundation looks amazing, the eyeshadow looks like it's just blended absolutely, you know, they think there's something wrong with either their makeup application skills or they need to spend more on a primer or this, that and the other. All it is down to the fact that there's been a filter used and you can't see what it's really going to look like. So on all of my videos you will always see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to get going. I'm going to start with the Desert Sand colour, which is just this really creamy nude shade. Again, I'm just going to go over here. If you don't coat the eyeshadow primer a little bit, then it's very hard to blend the colours together because sometimes they can stick to the eyeshadow primer and then they won't blend together. So I'm literally just popping that . Okay, so that's that colour done. Now I'm going to swap to the slightly darker but still the nude shade here, the Eden. Again, I'm just doing my crease, starting from the outside. I'm just working my way in. The top's got a lovely selection of sort of pinky purple colours and I want to pick those out with my makeup. It's probably more of a bolder look than I'd do if I was actually wearing the top out for lunch, but we're in lockdown anyway, so I might as well go all out and have some fun with it. And like I said, the bolder you go for a photo, you know, the more effective the look is eventually with the photograph. Right, now I'm going to start bringing in the purple colour, so I'm going to be going for, I'm going to go for a slightly flatter brush here, you can see here. I'm going to start popping the colour Amethyst, which is this purple one right here. I'm going to start packing that into the corner. I'm going to give that a massive blend. And just start bringing that into the middle of the eye. You don't need to worry too much about this bit here, about whether it's looking messy at the moment, because we can clean that up afterwards with a cotton bud and a little bit of eyeshadow, eye makeup remover. So for now, just concentrate on getting the colour on. Because we want the makeup to make your eyes look bigger and wider, I'm not going for too much of a darker colour in the corner of my eye. I want to open my eyes out. I don't want them to sort of made to be look smaller, or you know, accentuate the bits you don't want to. You want to open your eyes out. Just swapped into a bigger sort of tapered end eyeshadow brush just to blend that a little bit more. I do like the NYX eyeshadow primer, but I do find with my age sometimes it does highlight all the little crinkles, mainly because it dries your eyelid out a lot to hold on the eyeshadow. So a little look there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop a bit more eyeshadow primer on now, because I'm going to do some more colour towards the lid before I add my glitter. So I'm going to just dab here and here. And then I'm going to go back to that lighter colour that we did at the start. The desert sand, and just go back into the corner and just finish that off nice and light. And then I'm going to add a shimmer, glittery shimmer one over the middle. Still a little bit tacky, so I'm going to have to get that to dry and really make sure it's blended. Just make sure your brushes are clean from the previous colour, or use a brand new brush. So I'm just going to blend that lighter colour into the purple. Just blend that. Right, okay, now I'm going to go for a nice little shimmer in the middle. I'm going to pop a tiny little bit more of eyeshadow primer, or you can use a glitter primer, or even a bit of concealer here. Just going to pop that in the middle there. And then we're going to add our little bit of shimmer. So for the shimmer, I'm using the shade Twilight, which is this one here. She's just going to pick up the light really prettily. I'm just going to apply that with my finger, so I'm just rubbing my finger into the colour, and I'm just literally going to dab it where I want it. As you can see, it's just got a really, it's called Twilight, and it literally is like an evening sort of shimmer, purpley blue, and really pretty. And then with another finger, just into the corner, I'm going to go with this slightly lighter glitter here called, I think it's retrograde. Yeah, retrograde. So I'm going to just use a different colour, a different finger, and just do the inner corner, just to blend those glitters in together. So we've got a slightly lighter one going into the darker one. Right, okay, so I'm now going to do some of the colour onto the lower lid underneath the eye. Again, I'm going to pull a bit of a pinky colour in through first, so I'm going to go for this one here, which I think was the Eden. And I'm just going to go for the outer corner, working my way in with an angled brush, which I think I went cross-eyed then. With this lighter colour, I am going to come in and meet the corner of my eye. I'm going to blend this on. So I'm going into the other eye. Now I'm going to use the amethyst again, just sort of pull out the purple into the bottom. I mean, sometimes you can use an eyeliner for this, but if you want your colour to perfectly match the colour you're using above on the eyelid, there's no need for an eyeliner. You can literally do it with the same eyeshadow, just to give a really pretty look. I haven't gone all the way into the corner here because I want to open my eyes out, and if I go right into the corner, I'm almost sort of boxing my eyes in. Okay, so I'm going to blend this in now. It's just a little hint, really, bringing it into underneath of your eyes. And then just making sure everything's blended and looking good. Now, I'm going to do, now you could do, if you wanted to go a little bit darker with this, pop a little bit of the oud. I'm torn between putting some in or not. I might put a tiny little bit of oud into the corner. I'm going to just drop a tiny bit in here. This is the oud. I'm going to pop a little tiny bit just into the corner, again just to widen my eyes and darken it, because the purple isn't that dark. So I'm just dropping a little bit in, and then I'm going to blend that. This almost gives us a slightly darker tone to the purple. And then I'm going to just take that ever so slightly into the corner. Just for a little bit more drama. Possibly way too much for the daytime, but great for a photo. So I'm just going to go back to blending that for a minute. Right, so then I'm going to do some liquid eyeliner. So I'm going to use this one here. So it's just like a skinny little liquid eyeliner. I'm not going to go too heavy, simply because I think I'm going to just close my eyes off too much if I do a real thick line. So I'm going to just do a real gentle line instead, again just to try and open my eyes out. So I'm going to extend from the bottom. Because I haven't got a huge eyelid to work with, I'm just doing a very thin line. Otherwise, if you're not careful, or if you've got hooded eyelids or something, all you can see is a massive thick line of eyeliner and you can't see any of the shadow that you've put on. So this is literally a very thin just want to make sure that's tidy. What's scary is how far you can pull your eyes when they're older. You literally need to stretch them out really far to get a nice tight line. Okay. Then I'm going to go for a little bit of kohl eyeliner. Just to close up that the bits of skin that you can see. Just darkens the top of your lashes. This kohl is a real super cheap one from W7, literally costs like a couple of pounds. It's really good. You know, kohl's a kohl at the end of the day. And then I'm just going into the inner lash line. Okay, so I'm going to put my eyelashes on off camera because I'm still not a pro at it, so bear with me just a second. Okay, that's the lashes on. It's a good job I wasn't videoing that because it's a lot of to-ing and froing and huffing and puffing, and now I've finally got them on and I'm happy with them now. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of mascara on now just to coat the eye because I've got quite light eyelashes, and sometimes you can just see the lighter ones. So it's just literally a little flick of mascara, and then I'm just going to do the bottom lashes now. Okay. So I'm just going to do, I'd already put my foundation on just so I didn't look too horrific for this video, but I'm going to obviously give this area a bit of a clean up, so I'm going to pop a bit more concealer on here and just finish that off. Just wait for my mascara to dry. As you can see, the colour of the eyeshadow looks really pretty. It looks quite nice with green eyes. I think it would probably look nice with blue eyes, brown eyes, or anything really. I think it's a really pretty colour. So it looks super pale now, so I think we need to sort this out. So I'm just going to do some bronzer. This is just, it's broken because I use it that much. A cheek bronzer, it's by W7, matte bronzer it's called. It's fabulous, no shimmer, as it says, matte bronzer. Only, I think probably under £3 or around £3. And it's really great. Sometimes you can scrimp on some items and splurge on others. But I think this does a perfectly good job as some of the really expensive ones. So I'm still looking a little bit pale under the eyes. So I'm just going to pop some powder under there, if I can find my powder. Just like a cream puff, translucent. Using the wrong brush here because I've done my bronzer first, so I'm just going to do a little bit of contour down my nose just to slim it for the photograph. Just gives you a bit of a non-surgical nose job to slim the end of your nose. So I'm just going to blend that out. Lips are super dry. I should have done a lip scrub and a lip primer before doing this, but I'm already halfway in now, so it's a bit late for that. Now I'm trying to think what kind of lipstick is going to suit this look. So I'm just dabbing a little bit of highlighter on. This is actually meant for your brows, brow bone. It's Me Lash Angel, but I really like the highlighter on the end. So just going to dab it where I want the highlight. As you can see, I've nearly run out of this. Not sure if it's a light or whether this is empty. I'm just going to blend that on my fingertips. Okay, so next it's a nice lipstick, and I don't want to go distract too much from my eyes, so I'm going to get a nice nude. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to go for this lipstick here, which is Happy Nude Year from Yes, Bourgeois. Okay, so I've gone for the Max Factor lip liner here in Pink Princess. So I'll give this one a go because I just changed my mind. Okay. Excuse me, a little gurgle. This looks really sort of dark, but I think it's going to come out a bit corally. But it's perfect pinky kind of colour for this top that I'm trying to get a good photo for. It's a bit more pinky than a nude colour, but it's pretty. I definitely should have done a lip scrub, but as I said, it's too late now. Right, there's my finished look. Let's see what the photo turns out like. I'm sure you'll see it on my Instagram if it's a success. And thank you very much for watching.